Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, on a Wednesday afternoon, early evening for some of you. How is it going? How is your weather? Let me check and make sure we're live here on Facebook. Yes, it looks like we are. Okay, good. Perfect. Now I know we're working and we are going to make a card today. We are going to have some fun. I've got some fun new stuff to show you, Hilda. Good to see you. How's your weather there, Hilda? And what's going on with you? What have you been doing? Our weather here today, Roz, good to see you. Our weather today is drizzly. I won't say rainy because it's not real rain, but it's drizzly. And temperature high 60s, mid 60s to high 60s. But it's nice. We need the rain. We hadn't had any rain for a while. Granite Falls, Tina, how are you? How's your weather there? Tennessee, Jeannie, and Ruth. Yes, Ruth from down the street. And Pam, good to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. Tammy from down the street, my friends, my dear friends. Thanks for popping on. I'm glad you're here. Well, I know that some of you wanted an update on Ellie because I took her to the vet on Friday. She had a blood test, and we found out then on Saturday they analyze it. Hi, Linda. One good thing is that she's gained 4 ounces. Sarasota, Florida, Johanna. Beautiful days and chilly weather. Freeze damage, but otherwise okay. Good to hear that. Good to hear that. So Ellie gained 4 ounces. She went in at, I don't know, now she's 6.7 ounces. And at one point she was down to 6. So that's a really good thing. Vicky from Delaware, still snow on the ground. Wow. But one thing, when they called me after they'd analyzed her blood, there's a thing called albumin, and her albumin level is the lowest it's ever been, even before we took her in when she was so sick in early September. So they're concerned about that. And we're going to have to go back in a couple of weeks and have another test. And they increased her prednisolone. So we're giving her more prednisone. So I'm a little bit worried about that because that's the disease, that protein losing enteropathy is what it's called. So we're concerned. But she's eating well and she's doing well on the increased Jeanne, good to see you. 30 degrees and snow in New York, Hilda. She's doing well on the increased prednisone, so we're glad about that. Yes, pray for her when you think of it. She's, you really wouldn't know it. She's pretty normal, a little more lethargic than normal, but not bad. Nothing like she was way back then. And so they're very hopeful, and they're hoping this increase in the cortisone will really help her. So that's what's going on with Ellie. But she's our girl. She's our little girl. Louise, good to see you. I have some cards to show you today. Oh, my class went very well. My card class on Saturday. Tammy was there. We had a great time. Made lots of cards, and one of my downline, Tammy's my downline, but another downline named Lori made me this card, and I love that. That's just a little bit hard to get that heart in the middle like that and do all that with the embossing. She did a great job. And of course, it's pink, so I like it. So thanks to Lori. And then our friend that you all know that's on here, Colleen Ludicky, sent me a beautiful Valentine using the Love Notes designer series paper and a doily. I mean, I love those doilies. Julia, good to see you. So Thank you so much, Colleen. I really appreciate. I love my Valentines. I love getting Valentines. Tina, um, you love the blog hop. Okay, well, I have something to tell you. I have my card here. I'm going to go ahead and put Ellie down and let her take her little nap. Yes, we had a blog hop today, and for the first time ever, we also had an Instagram hop. We didn't really advertise it on the blog hop because it's separate, but most of the same people are doing it. And so they call it an Insta hop. And so if you go on Instagram, we're learning. We're learning how to do an Insta hop, but we're having fun. So if you go on Instagram, you can see all the names under my post from today, and it tells all the other hoppers. I think there's more even than on the blog hop. So here's the card that I made. It was the theme was something like love is in the air, and I wanted to use this paper right up here. Is the brand new Painted Illusions product of the month. And I saw this pink flowered pattern and I had to use it. So that is 2 party banners dies. Actually 3, because then there's a white one. And then on the side, this is from Lovely Arrangements. It's that odd rectangle thing, but I just used the edges for scallops and little hearts from Endless Love. And then our wonderful embossing folder with the hearts going in like a rainbow fashion that you can see there. I had a lot of fun making it. You'll see lots of great projects today, lots of great, and like I said, some different ones on the Insta hop. And our name on the Insta hop, we gave ourselves the name Paper Poppy. So when you see that, that's our group, our Insta hop. So that's my news for today. We've been having a lot of fun. And speaking of Painted Illusions, this is the Designer Series Paper Product of the Month with a $75 order before you take off any, before tax and shipping, and before coupons. Before coupons or any other discounts. And then you can get this for only $5. And we're going to look at it here in a minute because I've got it. Don't forget Last Chance products. They've refreshed the Last Chance. Go check out the dies. Lots of great dies. And then our wonderful Stampin' Positioner. And I'm going to bring that out today. I'm just going to show it to you. I'm not going to use it today. But this, you can only get it now for free when you join Stampin' Up as a demonstrator. So this is an absolutely great time to join Stampin' Up. Oh, you got your paper, Tina? I'm sure you're mentioning the paper. Yeah, it is beautiful, and we're going to look close at it in just a minute. So let me turn you down. And I also got, with that paper, I also got several new items, and that's what we're going to use today. As demonstrators, we get to pre-order online exclusives before they come out. So right now, is your hop on Facebook or YouTube? How do I find it? It's on my blog, prettypapercards.com. That's the one on the computer mostly. And then on Instagram. And you can find me, Pretty Paper Cards, on Instagram. So Instagram and the computer online, prettypapercards.com. And then you just go from one to the other. The Insta Hop is a little harder to navigate, but we're learning and we're all practicing and having a good time. Okay, so when I got my order with the product of the month, I got some new March pre-order products. And for those of you who are demonstrators, you can order these items too. And I know some of you have, but I wanted to show you because I got some new items earlier, and then I just keep getting more. Every time I order, I add some more pre-order stuff on. And I posted this the other day, but I wanted to show you how perfect the Stampin' Positioner is for this. Okay, here's the Stampin' Positioner. And as demonstrators, we were able to get this. We were able to pre-order this, but now nobody can get it. Hi, Deborah. No one can get it unless you join Stampin' Up right now, and later it will be available to everyone. So the only way to get it right now is to join Stampin' Up. And I have all the details on my blog, and there's a link here in the description for YouTube and Facebook. So anyway, this is I wanted to show you how perfect the Stampin' Positioner is for this stamp. This is a pre-order stamp. You can, everyone can get it. It's live to everyone in March. I want to say March 3rd, but I'm not 100% sure. But I love it. But it's all one stamp. That's it. One big stamp. So, perfect for the Stampin' Positioner. Look at that. It just fits great. I mean, I think we do have a block that we could use for this, but it's much better to use the Stampin' Positioner. And look at that. It fits right on there. You just press it down to stamp, and that's how I made this card. I got a piece of paper. I made my paper the size of the stamp, and then I cut it down with some of those perennial postage dies. And then I colored it in with some Stampin' Blends, but you don't have to. The stamp itself is so gorgeous, absolutely so gorgeous. So this is a new item available, coming in March, but you can get it now if you'd like to join Stampin' Up, and I would love to have you join my team. I love new people, and we have a lot of fun. So let me set this down on the floor so it's out of the way from everything we're going to do. And then I'll show you the other set I got that we're going to use today. I've been eyeing this, and I just went ahead and got it. Scalloped Wishes. So again, this will come out in March, but you can get it early, pre-ordered if you're a demonstrator. Now, what did I love about it? What do I love about it? I love the scallop ovals. Gorgeous. There's a little die and a larger one, and then these other very pretty dies. I don't know the name for that shape, but it's kind of also a little scallopy, but not lacy looking like that. And then here's something I want to show you that's kind of interesting. Well, first of all, let's take a look at the stamp set. Yes, the perennial postage dies that I used on that flower fair, yes. So in this stamp set, you get sentiments, and here are your two ovals, and a dragonfly. I'll hold that up so you can see it, and some reeds. So that helps you to understand more when you look at the dies. This die is kind of odd. It looks like a hand, but it's actually for the reeds, that one there. And this one cuts out the little stamp dragonfly, but check this out. It also, and we're not going to use it today, but I want to. We will. Here are two bodies for a dragonfly, and look at these beautiful wings. Those are dragonfly wings. I'll put that up close so you can see it. Isn't that cute? So we'll do that with another card. And today we're going to use this larger scalloped oval and some leaves, and then there are leaves and flowers. Okay, so just really great die set. So we'll set this to the side and we'll start making our card. Oh, but first I do want to show you this beautiful paper, the new, because we're going to use it today. This is the new Painted Illusions, and I have it turned this way because this is how I refer to the colors that are in it. You guys know that. And you get, I believe, 3 or 4 of each sheet. Let's kind of count them out because some I've used the pink, of course, the pink flowers, and there's the back, but it's like watercolored. It's so beautiful. And then here's this one. So let's see, 1, 2, definitely 3 sheets of this one with the little blue flowers on the back. Very pretty. And then I believe this is the leaves with the ombre look and the pretty Lost Lagoon leaves. And then here's some more of the pink flowers. This might be, okay, then this is the one we're going to use today. Kind of like, I hate to say fish scales because that makes it sound a little odd, but it's a good description for it. And I love the colors in this. Here's another one, and here are some more of our leaves. So I guess we get, it looks like we get, I think maybe 3, or definitely 3, and maybe 4 of each sheet. And it is beautiful, just gorgeous. Just beautiful. So that is your Painted Illusions product of the month. And I'll put that down here too. But I wanted you to see it so you know exactly what it is. So the card we're going to make today, and I just played for the very first time, and I'm not 100% sure that I like all of it, but we're going to use that kind of fish scale look right here. And one of the colors is Misty Moonlight. So we're going to cut out some Misty Moonlight leaves. We're going to stamp some little dragonflies, and then there's the inside of our card. So let's get started and we can see how all of it works. So we're going to start out with a standard 8.5 by 5.5 piece of basic white for our card base. And then I'm going to show you how to make that little fold, because you could tell that the front was a little shorter. The reeds in the Scalloped Wishes are called cattails. Oh, okay, Jeannie, thank you. My mom always grew them. Oh, how neat. Thank you so much. Cattails. I'm going to try to remember that. Okay, so on your front, I just have to say, you guys are always, I love getting together with you online, and I would love getting together in person, but it's just so enriching because you all have so much to share. I love it. Thank you so much, Jeannie. Okay, so we're going to cut 1 inch off the front, and that's going to give us that little panel over here that just makes the card a little bit different, you know? And then let's go ahead and cut our piece of the new Designer Series paper that's going to go on the front. And this piece, if you want the instructions, make sure to take notes, okay, of the different measurements. So this is that sheet of paper, and we want to go, I don't know definitely if these little swoops go this way or this way, but I really wanted the Misty Moonlight at the top, so I'm turning it this way. Okay, so this is 3 by 5.25. So I'm just going to cut one strip of 3 here. And like I said, this is the section I want to use. So I'm going to cut this at 5.25. Just like that. And this will fit. It should fit. Yes, it does fit right on our front, just like that. Okay. So that's our pretty paper. And then we need a piece for the right edge right here. And I decided to use Petal Pink because it's one of the colors in here. And this strip, we want to be 1.25 by 5.25. I think it already is 5.25. Yes, but I'm not sure if it's 1.25. Yeah, we need to cut that down a little bit. And then we're going to emboss this with a new, semi-new embossing folder. It's not a folder, you can get it now. It's not a pre-order situation. And I was going to show you. It was part of the January online exclusive release in the Lovely Blossom suite, and it's this one, the 3D Lovely Stripes 3D embossing folder. And this is what I do, is I print these off so that it's almost like having a little catalog. That helps me. So we have to get out our big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for this embossing folder because it's large, and it does cut deeply. I'm going to tell you that right away. It cuts very deeply insofar as it can actually cut your paper. That's just how it is, but I think it's lovely, and I thought it would go really nicely with the little fish scales or whatever. They're kind of scallopy. So I'm just going to put that little strip in there, and we'll run this through. Everything else we die cut, we can use the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, but this one takes the big one. Okay. And there we go. It really does do that very deeply. So, but it's nice. I think it's very, very cool. I really like it. A lot of texture. Look at that. Isn't that neat? So what we're going to do, we might as well just start gluing things down, and we're just going to glue it right here right on this edge so that when you close your card, you just see that we're going to have a little border around it. But then I think this is just a nice contrast to the designer series paper. And I'm just going to burnish this another time. And we'll go ahead and glue this down. And you know what? I forgot to show you. I have a brand new class to go. And I accidentally forgot to show you that. So I'll stop here in a minute and tell you about it. But I'm going to go ahead and put just a little strip of glue on every one of these little strips, only because it is a bit delicate and it can kind of, I want to make sure it glues down. That's what I'm going to say. It just takes a little strip, but just so that in case one of the strips feels like kind of tearing, we know it'll be secure. Okay. So we want to have a little border all around. Just like that. Just a small strip. And I think it really makes a nice little, just a little edging in there. Now here is our designer series paper. Now I have a question for you guys. So the sample, because I had another idea, I cut these leaves for the sample. I mean, I was just playing around, just using stuff. And so what I wonder is, should we, in addition, put some of this beautiful Secret Sea ribbon on here, or should we not? I wanted to ask your opinion. I kind of want to, just because I want to play around with it and I didn't do it the first time. Let me know what you think. And in the meantime, we'll cut out our oval. We'll just leave it like that for a bit. And you can let me know what you think about the Secret Sea ribbon. Okay, so let's get a scrap of Petal Pink again. And we'll get our mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And we'll get, what did I do with that oval? Oh, I already set it over here. Yes, the ribbon, Tammy? Okay, everybody's yes for ribbon. Thank you. I just thought it would be different to try, since I did the leaves the last time. Okay, it's a go for ribbon. All right, now we're just going to cut this little guy, and I'll show you how it works. It cuts out a neat oval in the center, so if you wanted to, you could use the oval that it cuts out for something else and replace it with a different color oval, or leave it blank. Okay, thanks. Everybody's, it sounds like 100% on the ribbon. Okay, so here is our neat oval, and I just love these lacy scallops. And see what I mean? It cuts this oval out just like that. And then we're just going to loosen this with our little brush here. I hurt my thumb, and so my thumb has to have a Band-Aid on it for a while. So things are a little different right now. Okay, so we're just going to poke out some of these little bits here. I love how intricate this is. Look at the little pieces that poke out. Each scallop has two little cutout pieces that make it so darling. See, so you kind of have to check it. Make sure all those little things poke out. I love this. It's old-fashioned looking, I think. You know, vintage. I guess vintage is a better word than old-fashioned. It's vintage. Hi, Lori. Good to see you. Okay, we might try flowers too. We'll just give it a try. Okay, there's one more little bit. Cut two bits that stayed in that need to pop out. Okay, there we go. All righty, and then we're going to go ahead and stamp on this oval, but as I mentioned, you could use a different color oval if you wanted to. And we've got lots of little bits over here. Just smooch those over to the side. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and put our ribbon on. scissors. Those aren't the right scissors. Let's use, okay, let's use these scissors here. And we just want a little piece of ribbon to go across the bottom, just like that. And then I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I think I'm going to use tear and tape here to hold my ribbon on the back. Sometimes I like to use Stampin' Seal Plus, but truthfully I'm out right now. I have it coming any day now. But I want to make sure that my ribbon really stays in there, so we're going to do this. Karen, good to see you. Good to see you, girls. It doesn't matter when you come in. We love to have you whenever you arrive, and you can always watch the replay to see the beginning. What I'm showing here is a new sneak peek of a new product, a new bundle coming out in March that you can get now. If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order it. So anybody who wants to join Stampin' Up and get a Stampin' Positioner for free, this is a great time. Alrighty, let's put this little ribbon, and this is Secret C. Let me see what it's called. Open weave ribbon, I think. Bordered open weave ribbon. Okay. So we'll start it on one side. Let's put that edge down and pull it across to the other side, hoping it's even. Just like that. Okay, now we can glue this to the front of our card. I like it. I'm glad you guys chose the ribbon. Even though the color is Misty Moonlight, because this is sheer ribbon, I think it works just perfectly. So we'll just put this right on. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Really, really nice. Okay, now we can put our little beautiful, actually, scalloped oval on there. And then we'll stamp the oval that goes on the inside. And what I did with my sample that I made is I just put the tiniest dots of glue right where the little scallops come together, because I really don't like glue squeezing out. And there's a little something there. So I try to be careful and just use the tiniest dots of glue. And I know my friend and downline Sue Moore uses tiny dots of glue also. She's talked to me about that. Okay, so we want to get our scallop not crooked if possible when we adhere it there. So that looks pretty good. Yes, put the word prize if you want to be entered to win this card as a prize next Wednesday. Isn't that just beautiful? I just love that oval. Really love it. Okay, now let's do a bit of stamping here. Let's stamp our sentiment. And the one I chose out of the stamp set, let me get that stamp set again. The one I chose is So Very Happy for You. I have a bunch of birthdays coming up, and even though this doesn't say birthday, I thought that could work for a birthday. Okay, bye Roz. Thanks for being here. Alrighty, So Very Happy for You, and we've got our oval. And again, you could use another color oval. Just cut a second scallop out, and you'd have like white or any color you wanted. Let me get that a little closer to me so that I can make sure to get it straight on here. This color, the Misty Moonlight, looks really pretty with petal pink. Isn't it pretty? I agree. Okay, so this I'm going to raise up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And you know, you can make this as simple or fancy as you want. I mean, it's already fancy just because we have ribbon, we have the lacy scallop, but we could go on and continue to add things, but we really don't need to. It just looks so pretty because the products are pretty and the paper is gorgeous. So I want my oval to be raised up just a bit. That's why I put the dimensionals on. There we go. Now I did on the other one, I stamped a few dragonflies. So let's get out the dragonfly, and I have a little piece of paper here for the inside of the card that we can use. Oh no, I don't need to because the inside is white. I forgot. So we can just go ahead and stamp that. This dragonfly is just adorable. I'm going to go ahead and flatten this, and I'm going to put the dragonfly, a couple of them down here this time. Down in the corner like that. One coming up like this. Probably should put a third one. Let's just put a third one right up here, just for fun. Okay, and then we'll put one on the inside. And let's put one or two on our envelope. Because we always like to decorate our envelopes. And you know, I was thinking you could make a row. Yes. Oh, Peggy, yes, it is a Stampin' Up die. It's brand new. It won't be coming out until March. But if you want to join Stampin' Up and become a demonstrator, you can pre-order it right now, just like I did. And you get a free Stampin' Positioner when you join during the month of February. So, but I just got it and I wanted to use this set. It's the Scalloped Wishes set bundle. Very cute. So isn't that just adorable? I think it came out just simple, darling. I think I'm going to use it for a birthday card this month. And this will be our prize for next week. Now, let me show you, because I forgot to show you my new class to go that I'm going to start advertising tonight. And it'll be on in my newsletter and on my blog tomorrow. One of my very favorite bundles from the current mini catalog is Joyful Squares. I love Joyful Squares, and I knew the minute I saw it that I was going to do a class on it, a class to go. So this is my February class to go. I always do also a Faith Creations class every month. I try to, and so I'm expecting to have one of those, but this is my regular class to go. And let me show you what I decided to use. I decided to use the lovely and beautiful designer series paper with this card class. And this paper is so gorgeous. So these are the cards you're going to make. You'll make 2 of each design, and you'll get a half a pack of the lovely and beautiful designer series paper. Here's a cute little old olive one. I love this frame. This is the stamp set, and then the die cuts the frame out and cuts a circle. And I love this sentiment. It's in the stamp set, and just a plain inside. And you get envelopes too. You'll get 2 square envelopes, and enough to make 2 of this card, 2 of this card, and 2 of this beautiful one. The paper just does it all. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this paper. So this is my class to go. You're also so you get a half a pack of the lovely and beautiful designer series paper, specialty with gold in it. You're going to get a full roll of basic beige ribbon, because what I've done in all these places is I've colored it with Stampin' Blends. That's how I get the ribbon to match my cards. And that's what I do, is I just take this and color it. You guys have seen me do that. And then you'll get a package of pearlized faceted circles. And I've already used almost all of them up because they're so beautiful. So all of that in your class to go kit. And the kit with all of that to make 6 cards is $49.99. And then if you want the bundle to go along with it, which I love the bundle. Where did I put my little paper? Oh, here we go. The bundle, if you want to add the bundle on as an add-on, then it comes to $92.99. And you can also add a set of blends on for $10. It is beautiful paper, Audrey. Thank you so much. So watch my blog. We'll post it tomorrow. I'm going to have a newsletter go out tonight, and also I will advertise it on my Facebook page. So be watching any of those three places, and you'll find how to sign up for my class. You pre-order, and I leave the pre-order open. Let me come back up. Whoops. There you are. I leave the pre-order open for only a few days. Like today is Wednesday, I'll probably close off the pre-order Sunday the 15th so that I can place my order for all the products on Monday. And then I get it, cut everything for you, and send it off to you with instructions. You get a video, you get PDF tutorials, you get a thank you note or card from me. So that's my February class to go. Now we need to give away a prize, right? From last week, this was the card we made last week. This beautiful one with the gorgeous leaf set. And a lot of you wanted the prize. I saw a lot of the word prize. And so I ran them through the random number generator. And the winner is Julia Osuna. Julia, congratulations. I'm happy that you got this card. I think I put some little leaves on the inside too. So I will be sending this out to you, Julia. I have your address, I'm pretty sure, unless you've moved. And I'll get this out to you in the next week or so. Thank you all I appreciate that you watch me. And so I always like to reward you with a prize. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, I would love it if you would. Pretty Paper Cards. Just hit that subscribe button. It's important for me to get more subscribers, so I would really appreciate if you would do that subscribing for me. So thank you guys. It's been fun. We'll come back on Friday with a fun fold card and be watching for the advertisement for my class to go for February. Okay, you guys have a